Don't believe tourists. We ask the locals.
You cannot go so wrong as long as you know at least where to go and where to stay, and from there on you're gonna be very good. It's a natural drug that you can take.
You shouldn't eat it at lunchtime.
You can definitely eat it at lunchtime. It really depends what you have next.
Yeah, true. Hi, Janna.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hello.
Hello. Really happy to have you here today in my podcast.
Very flattered to be here.
Happy to hear that. And yeah, so we are sitting now in Vienna in front of the Danube and the Donau Canal, actually, the small Danube. And we have the luck that in a few seconds a boat is going across us. So the blue Danube, which is going to Slovakia. But we are not speaking about Slovakia today, we are speaking of Egypt, right?
Yes.
So, but at first, let's
What?
say hello to the visitors.
Hello. We got one back.
Yeah, at least. So we have actually also a really beautiful background, the Ministry of Defense, a really nice house and great weather today. So
beautiful.
Egypt is also a country which is famous for the good weather, and a lot of tourists travel there because there is always sun all the time, more or less, right?
More or less, that's true. I mean, we have a perfect weather through the whole year round.
Yeah.
More or less, that's true.
Also, my experience was that when I was there was always hot weather, really hot weather, to be honest.
Yeah, it could be for some people.
But enough from my side, you gonna tell us a few details about Egypt.
So Egypt is very central. Location is amazing. You have the White Sea on the north coast. Mm-hmm. You have the Red Sea going all the way down to the south.
Which we definitely have to speak afterwards about the Red Sea, yeah?
Definitely. I would also say if you love a lot of water activities, this is a place to go to. And then you have the Nile. Definitely you have to go through the whole Nile also. And then, I mean, the capital and then the desert. So the population of Egypt is
over
about
100 million, right?
Yeah, already. Over 100 million. That's the latest that I've updated myself with. The country itself is so beautiful, is so welcoming, is so rich of culture, religion, very dynamic with the people. You have everything that you can actually look for, you do have in Egypt. That it is not just the country that everybody thinks of, but it has definitely changed to a very better, bigger future. Mm-hmm. For the comfort of their people.
Yeah, I was also surprised when I was there. People have been really open-minded to me also when I was traveling through the country. And a lot of young people already speak really fluent English, right?
Yes, we do have Arabic is our common language, that's for sure. But you also have the English that is popping out a lot now. A lot of people are talking English very fluently, very normal. You know, it depends also. But the Egyptian people, they are very well known with actually also catching the language very easy and being able to pronounce. So if you go to local markets, you will find the sellers, you know, speaking to you in Italian, Spanish, German, Russian, English, whatever language that you can pop into your head, they will be able to talk to you into it because they know how to teach themselves to talk to tourists the whole time.
Interesting.
We love to give, we love to open our houses, we love to talk to other people. We are very sociable, we're very warm in the dialects that we have. So just send us people and we will definitely be welcoming them in our country.
So people definitely should go there. It's a bit hectic, but it's also amazing to see how things work there, right?
Like definitely if you want to go to a very local market, you definitely have to visit the Khan el-Khalili. Okay. This is where you have all the purest and the finest things of the Egyptian handmaids. The culture of it is also there. You have, it's very small alleys, like hallways, and you go through them, and then you have, it's also between buildings that are very old. We're not in Rome, but it's somehow like Rome. You're walking through the whole area, and it's very historical and it's very touristic and it's beautiful. But it's also like it's also a market that you go through and you walk, and you have all the best restaurants also there.
Where is it exactly?
Khan El Khalili is it's in the middle. It's in the middle of the capital of the Hauptstadt.
Okay, middle of Cairo.
Yeah, we have the citadel there. It's very close to the citadel, for example.
Yeah, cool. So that's already one big thing what people definitely have to see there. But Egypt is so much more. There is also such a big history, right?
Yes, Egypt is a very, very interesting piece of land where a lot of history has happened on it. You have not just the Egyptian or the culture area, no, you have the Roman Empire, the invasion of the Turks, the Roman empires, and also the civil wars that happened. Not just that, talking also about the religion, you have all three religions there. You can go visit all the beautiful churches. You can visit all the beautiful mosques, and you have a lot of also Judaism there. That is part of it.
Yeah.
That has been growing with it.
Exactly. Yeah, but I saw that too, and I don't know how it is with living all the three religions, but you definitely can explore them all really open there. So I saw beautiful mosques, and that was really ridiculous. So beautiful, everything. And also, it's really easy to find out about history.
I mean, going back to that kind of different history, the pharaohs and the museum that also has just recently opened, the Grand Museum. That is a totally different, beautiful era that we had that you definitely have to also visit. The pharaoh era is a life lesson that you can probably learn a lot from them. They had their things in their own way. They had their own thoughts, they had their own religion, kind of. They had their own way of thinking and believing in the afterlife. So if you want to learn more about that, you can always go visit. Definitely the pyramids are something that everybody knows, but if you really want to be in the heart of it, I would say go to Luxor and Aswan or Abu Simbel and visit the temples there.
Okay. Always when I speak, I learn something new and I think, fuck, I need to go there again because I missed that. And that's one point which I definitely want to see next time.
Definitely. I mean, for sure, just an advice, if you want to go all the way to the south, I would just say visit it more near the winter time because it gets super, super warm. So usually if you want to go Luxor, Aswan, if anytime you want to go to the south, you go usually before winter, after winter.
Okay.
But summer times when it's like really, really warm, usually we go all the way to the north coast where it's like very nice fresh breeze and the blue sea and the white sand. You have beautiful beaches, clear water, it's just amazing.
Yeah, stick with that. So many people go there, but you can do that in so many activities, right?
So I've noticed actually a lot of tourists, they barely go to the north coast. One north coast was back then, it doesn't have much of hotels or it didn't have the best requirements or like whatever the touristic needed.
Okay, it's
but
not
now,
like the Red Sea.
It's not like the Red Sea, that's for sure. But now I know a couple of my friends, they started opening up their own hotels.
Oh, cool.
It's amazing.
So maybe you can give us a discount code in the end.
I will do my best. I will definitely do my best.
Yeah, that would be very cool for our listeners.
He's a very good friend of mine. He built a very nice hotel. He's also expanding them now. At the north coast, it's more divided into compounds. It's not a line of one thing. You have a compound called Diplo, you have another one called Hacienda Bay, Hacienda White. It's very different, but it's all on the same shore.
And they're all beautiful, or is there a favorite one for you?
They're all beautiful. It's just you want to see where the crowd is and you just want to be there. You know,
Okay,
it really depends.
Okay, cool. So you can't make anything wrong, which is pretty good.
You cannot go so wrong as long as you know at least where to go and where to stay, and from there on you're gonna be very good.
Amazing.
Yeah. Definitely, I would try to push the tourists to go and visit them at summer there. It's just another kind of Maldives kind of beaches that you will find.
Okay.
The water is just pure blue, so like it's very clear. It's very calm also sometimes. At the North Coast, you don't have much of water activities. It's not like the Red Sea where you can go diving or kite surfing and stuff.
Yeah.
But you do have, for sure, a certain luxury lifestyle. You can go for example, you can go golfing, you chill at the beach. And at night, you have all the lovely restaurants and the clubs that they go on till 7 a.m. If you can keep up with them.
Yeah, well, I found that out too.
Yes.
And I have to say, I really like the kitchen there. So you have really great meals in Egypt. So, by the way, what's your favorite meal? Your favorite local meal?
Wow, my favorite one, I have to go with molokhia. I love it. I just love it. It's a natural plant that you just cut into very small pieces, and it's something between a soup and something like a very heavy dish. But the beauty of it, molokhia, the natural plant, it has like a very certain chemical that actually gets you into a sleeping mode a little bit. So the napping after molokhia is like one of the best naps you will ever have. It's like it's a natural drug that you can take.
You shouldn't eat it at lunchtime.
You can definitely eat it at lunchtime. It really depends what you have next.
Yeah, true. If you need to work afterwards, you shouldn't eat it.
You should not. No, definitely. You have to give yourself for at least 2 hours. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be in the
really
zone time of relaxation.
Interesting national track. Yeah.
Yes. Food is one of the beauty things that you can enjoy about life, right?
Exactly. And we definitely do that. A great job there in Egypt.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we had the north side and beautiful beaches there. So let's speak for a short moment about the Red Sea because it's famous and well, I was diving there. I will never forget that. So many beautiful animals. Crazy.
The Red Sea, where to begin? I mean, the Red Sea is full of mystery. It's just amazing. You have a very long line, kilometers of beautiful colors. You have very natural areas where the coral reefs are still untouched, I have to say, by a lot of humans. We try to keep it and prevent it as natural as possible. The diving there is just mind-blowing. The different kind of
You will never forget that.
colors.
So listeners, please do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Red Sea, let's talk about that. Water activities, for example. You have all the way from kite surfing, wakeboarding, parasailing, gliding, and then you can go all the way to diving, snorkeling, free diving, jet skis all the way also if you want. Old school, but you gotta,
really fun.
You gotta
but not so cheap, to be honest.
No, not so cheap, but you can always talk your way to it a little bit.
Exactly.
We love to bargain in Egypt.
Exactly, that's important to say. Good that you're going on it because, man, I had to bargaining so often. You always start with the double price and then, then
you have to learn this.
Yeah, you need at least 10 minutes to get the right price.
Yes.
But in the end, you make friends.
Definitely. If you don't get what you want, you definitely also get a friend out of it.
Exactly.
And if it doesn't work this time, tomorrow, try again. He's gonna be like, my friend, come, I give you a discount.
Yeah, sometimes you need to wait one day.
Yes.
That's a very good suggestion.
If you also if you feel like you wanna have a different kind of adventure, try the desert safaris adventure. They are just amazing. You can go take the beach buggies or the camels. It really depends what you wanna do. If you wanna go also for a hike. Usually you go for a camp time. You go with the beach buggies, with the 4x4 trucks or anything that is accessible to the desert, let's say. You spend the day, you're going through the dunes. You have also the rocky times where it's all very wavy, also with the sand. It really depends where you want to go. but it's just, you are going to giggle like a kid every minute of it, that's for sure. So, and then usually what happens is you have all the fun that you want until sunsets, and then at sunset they start building up some bonfire, they make you some very Arab kind of tea that is like, you know, they heat it up with the sand, and it's the best tea that you will ever drink in the smallest cups that you will ever enjoy. And then you can also do some, I don't know, grilling and chilling, and if you want you can spend some nights there with the camp. It's just beautiful, and the sky is full of stars, you can see the Milky Way.
Yeah. Really easy,
calm.
really good. You see everything so clear.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That is also something you can do at the Red Sea. But if you want a full adventure of this kind, I have to send you all the way to the desert of Siwa. Siwa, white desert, black desert, go there. This is another kind of lifestyle. This is a trip that you would need more than probably 2-3 days. You need to be there for like at least a week or more to get the experience of traveling through the deserts of Egypt. You can go to the White Desert. Mm-hmm. On your way to the White Desert. The White Desert, what is a White Desert? White Desert is all about, you will know, as soon as you arrive, you will see everything is literally pure white. On the way to the White Desert also, you have the Black Desert. The Black Desert is all about like little small black stones scattered, and it's like covering a very large area of the desert. So this is why it's also called Black Desert. So Siwa is also a go-to to visit when you go to the desert and if you want to have like a real trip. You also have, if you want, beautiful, you have you have also like small areas where you have natural water, but the salt, because the consistency of the salt is very high, you're just floating in water. You don't have to do any effort, you just sit there and you float. That's all you need to do. It's just amazing.
A calm and nice adventure.
Yes.
Great.
Definitely. Yeah. So those are more or less the activities that you would want to try if you're new or you want to do something that is a little bit different than Europe. That is something that my country can provide. Here you have it differently. You have the beautiful woods, the trees, the nature, but try our nature is just a different. It's a different adventure. You just have to try it.
It's different worlds. Yeah, it's
you
totally
just have to go
different.
for it.
True, yeah. Well, I'm so happy that you go so with the flow. I don't even need to ask you something. You already give us a travel plan. It's amazing. So people don't need to spend a lot of money or a lot of time. Just follow your plans. Then I am sure it will be a great travel to Egypt. So can you give us a small comparison between Central Europeans like Austrians and Egyptians like you? What's the biggest difference between behavior and how people act?
I will talk more about the Egyptian at that point.
Yeah.
We're very loud people. We're very loud people. We love to come into groups. We love to socialize a lot. Mm-hmm. We are very open, we're very warm, we have a very huge humor actually. And we're very easygoing people. Like you just snap your finger and you will find us talking to you like, hey, what was that? And then, you just need to open a very small topic with us and you just like, you will have a blast if you come into one of our groups, and you will not be able to sleep. You will not be able. We do not.
What do you
sleep.
mean with that?
We are an ongoing species that loves to live life through day and through night. It does really not matter. Like, we enjoy life. We don't take it as hard as here, let's say. We have a certain kind of luxury that we enjoy. We come from a certain kind of social life that is, you tend to value your relaxation mood or your happiness more than putting too much effort into something. I mean, I've been here for 4 years, not much I can say, but from the time or from the moments where I met people, very lovely people, very nice, but it's just, I feel like I need to find a certain kind of topic that they're interested in order to be able to have a mutual conversation.
It's not so easy to get in touch with us. Yeah,
I need to make a
get
little
between
bit
the
of
lines
an
what you
effort.
mean. Yeah.
I need to make a little bit of effort to just be accepted into the group, let's say it.
Yeah, I agree with that, don't worry.
We're more
don't
like
worry.
the Italians.
Yeah,
if I
you're
may say
probably
that.
more like South Europeans, true,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. Well, thanks for this great overview and the travel plan already. So
Yes.
people really know what they have to do when they go there.
Sure.
But how is the situation nowadays there? Is it secure? Well, we all know the Arabic Spring and things like that. How is the situation nowadays?
So it is not as what is being confirmed on the media. It's not as horrifying and difficult and terrifying as it is, especially for the tourism. The touristic area in Egypt is very well covered. It is very secure. We tend to give a lot of priorities to the tourism that we have, whether it comes from safety, security, and not just that. Usually, if you're always also planning your trip to Egypt, you will be planning it with like an agency, and guarantee 100% this agency will like tell you what to do, what not to do. But you will always be with someone, or you're going to always be placed somewhere where it's like quite safe. Hotels, guarantee 100% it's safe. You don't, if you're not gonna move around, it's fine. You know, if you're going Sharm el Sheikh and those touristic area, everybody already knows that this is a place for the tourism. So
yeah, but I want to see more than Hurghada and Sharm el Sheikh.
yeah,
So-
that's why if you wanna explore more, I would say go to the agencies and like plan a trip
And travel with
and
agency?
travel
Okay.
with them.
Okay.
It's the unsafe places are usually the very local areas in the capital of Egypt, where you deal with the local people. But this is very natural when you go to any kind of city, you know. Also in Barcelona, for example, if you're walking through the streets,
You can
anything
find
can
examples
anything
everywhere.
can happen.
Yeah, okay. By the way, do you know, how long the tourist visa is? How long can a tourist stay in Egypt?
I'm not sure about that, but I know for a fact that you can always buy the visa at like as soon as you arrive. You don't have to prepare anything before. You just buy the visa on the
interesting
way.
information, yeah.
At the airport, you can
Very
buy
important.
the visa.
Very important.
Yeah, and
So you
it's
don't
like
need to prepare it in
30
advance.
euro dollars, I think.
Okay.
It's not. I
Not
don't think
that
it's
much,
that expensive.
Yeah. It's
no.
okay. Okay. Very good. Good to know. So, is there anything what you definitely want to add, or what's your secret spot? Exactly. That's also a question which is really important in my podcast.
Secret spots. Okay, so my secret spots are, well, if we're gonna
Already
talk,
more. Ooh.
if we're gonna talk about, for example, the normal breakfast lifestyle a normal nice day, for example, I would head all the way to the 6th of October. It's an area. There you have a lot of different buildings
Okay.
and restaurants, and the food, it really depends what you're looking for, but like all the way from omelets all the way to pancakes and waffles and everything that you want. My favorite hidden spots at night is
Interesting. Come on.
Zamalek. If you want to go to U Bistro, beautiful. It's a bar / restaurant. What I love about there, for example, you have very good cuisine, very elegant luxury food style quality, and you have the beautiful bar also. But the best thing about our place is that at night, like starting, I don't know, 10, 11, the restaurant kind of closes and it starts to become more of a club style. So the music gets louder, the lights get dimmer, people get more friendlier and more louder, and like it becomes a very nice style of party. I don't know, it's a very nice vibe.
Is it still that you need long trousers for these restaurants, right? You're not allowed to enter with short trousers. Is that still on? Because I had this experience one. Yeah, I had this experience one. I wanted to enter such a restaurant and then they said no, not with short trousers.
Usually no. You have to have long trousers. Usually, it's a coat kind of, you know. But if it's summertime and you're like at the North Coast, for example, I mean, no, you don't have to. But no, like day-to-day capital, Egypt, Cairo. I mean, yeah, more or less it's trousers.
Yeah, long trousers. Yeah. Okay.
But no, what I would like to say is something about our culture, we really take care of our dress codes. Mm-hmm. We really take care of how we look or how we dress or how we style ourselves. This is part of our image, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yani, if we're going partying or something, it's not just like, you know, just put any t-shirt with any sneakers and a jeans and that's it, you're good. No, we kind of give it up a little bit of a nudge, especially girls. They tend to like really make themselves look good, you know. Mm-hmm. It's not because of anything, it's just this is who we are. We enjoy.
How you grow up and
this is how we show it.
Yeah. Really nice, cool. Janna, thanks again for everything. It was really cool and thanks that you get so easily in the flow and all the informations are amazing, really. I'm really thankful that it was so informative, this podcast. And in the end, I always ask my guests about some words in their own language and I try to repeat them. So,
sure.
Yeah, it should be some easy words like yes, no, which people use when they are traveling to Egypt.
Okay, so the very common ones are shukran.
Shukran.
Is thank you.
Yeah,
and
actually that's what I know.
Afwan.
Afwan.
Is you're welcome.
Afwan.
So if, for example, I give you my phone right now, you say shukran and I will say afwan.
Okay.
If you want to say malzeit, you say bilhana.
Okay, bilhana means enjoy.
Like enjoy, pleased again, you know, enjoy it. If you want, what would you like to also know? Like the good mornings? Are we going all the way to the good mornings? Or
how are you? And well, I try to say how are you? I try to repeat, and in the end, you say to our listeners, thanks for listening, and we would love to know if you go to Egypt, and please send us a message if you try out some information which you gave them. You want
me to say this in Arabic?
Yeah, say
sure.
that in Arabic.
Okay,
that would be nice.
If you want to ask a girl, you ask her ازيك.
ازيك.
أو أخبارك إيه?
Oh, that was difficult.
ازيك is like how are you?
Yeah, ازيك. Okay, that's.
ازيك. I would like to thank you now in Arabic, and everything else that I would say in Arabic is what you have asked me to say.
Yeah.
So, let's put it that way. Okay. أنا مبسوطة جدا أنا كنت معاك النهاردة. أنا انبسطت باختيارك ليا إن أنا أكون الضيفة بتاعتك في البروجرام. أحب إن أنا أشكرك جدا على الفترة اللطيفة اللي إحنا قعدناها واتكلمنا فيها مع بعض. أرجو إن المعلومات اللي أنا اديتها لك تبقى مفيدة لناس تانية تستمع للبودكاست بتاعك. لو حابين أي معلومات جديدة برضو عن مصر أو فين تروحوا تقعدوا فين يعني لازم الواحد
Damn, it's so long.
أنا أحب إن الواحد يتعرفوا على حد من مصر هيساعد كتير.
I have to admit I didn't understand anything, but can you shortly? Yeah.
Sure. What I said is like, thank you very much for having me on your show today. I'm very honored, and I hope what I have taught or like what I've talked today about Egypt is informative and could be useful for other people that would like to go visit Egypt eventually. And the last thing I said, if you really want to have a good experience, you should really get to know the Egyptians and go out with them.
Anyway, thanks a lot again, Janna.
Yes,
it was amazing.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, happy to hear that. Cool. Yeah, it was great. I will
definitely be talking a bit more if you want about if there are any requests. We can always talk more about anything else.
Happy to hear that, and we definitely stay in contact.
Hey guys, thanks for listening.
Hey, thanks a lot.
If you like the story, please share it and follow us on our YouTube and Instagram channel, Communicate or Communicate with the World. And a special thanks to Europe Direct for supporting this project.